Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here now with the Unscripted crew, the playoff edition. Next to me, you will see Viewsies, the GOAT, J Nick, aka J Neezy, and a newest addition, Key. How are you guys doing?
Oh, what do you mean? Key was in the first unscripted this season.
Was that?
Was
Oh,
he?
you're right. He was. He was in the live.
Yeah, the
The
live.
live
Oh
live.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
That's true.
double live.
Forgot about that.
How did you guys enjoy the season? You know, it's over now. Playoffs have been decided. How do you guys feel about it?
Who wants to go first?
It's always Zach.
Well, I would say to be honest, in general, I think most of the league went how I thought it would, but there are definitely some circumstances where I honestly am super surprised. Like the fact that Slinging Academy didn't make playoffs is kind of it's wild, to be honest. Out of all the teams that are in Div 2, I think they would definitely be a contender. Honestly, top 3 in my opinion. But but I mean, other than that, most of the other teams that I see here, I expected from the beginning to be up where they are. But other than that, I mean, hold on, C2, we gotta have a little talk.
What's
How
up?
did Green Out manage to start 2-0, whooping on everybody, and end up not even making playoffs?
They missed by one match, lost with Voltage Prospect overtaking them in the last week.
What
That's
did I
not what I'm
say? What did
You
I
guys went-
say about that?
You guys went 1-4 in your last 5 games. How does that happen?
I
It
have the
wasn't
answer.
good. It was not.
I have the
How
answer.
how did it happen? How did it happen?
Because you didn't sign me as a coach. I was there for one game. You won, tied game. No one signed me. After that,
Key sucks at coaching.
You know,
this guy.
K-Town is
suck.
she is the owner and manager of Green Out. You have to bring that one up with her. You know, I give her the reins. Let her do what she thinks is best. Obviously, she did not think he was what was best for the team at the time.
You didn't offer me. All the players wanted me. They all loved me. He said, "Bring this guy back." K-Town said, "I'll do it." Never happened.
Honestly, K-Town's racist. She just doesn't like Mexicans. It's crazy.
That's true. It's very true. I've seen it multiple times.
Racist.
I
as
don't know
fuck.
if that's a.
I didn't. I didn't.
I don't know if that's a topic for
I had nothing to do with that. Well,
K-Town asked me
anyways.
to be coach multiple times. It's just because I'm white, dude. Crazy.
Anyways,
again?
shall we
Yeah.
start with the Division 3 playoffs and make a little bit of predictions here? What do you guys think about that?
Let's do it.
Predictions?
All right,
We're,
so-
we're hopping straight in.
Go straight in, or are we
What do you
talking
want?
about
This is-
playoffs? Are we talking
We're
about
gonna
playoffs?
talk
Right?
playoffs. Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Yeah,
gonna.
we gotta
start.
talk
It'll
about the
be-
teams that made playoffs.
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
I just said let's start with Division 3. Well, we're gonna bring up the teams. We're gonna say who's playing each other first round, and we're gonna see what we think about it. All right? Is that okay
All
with you guys? You know, I don't
They're
wanna
just
put
like
that
yelling
in
at
that's
you.
fine.
You guys got a little worked up when I said that. I didn't.
Yeah,
It
I
was gonna be
mean,
such
you
a
can't
hot
just
button for you.
hop straight into predictions. Like, what are you thinking? You're the host. You've
All
been
right,
host for how long?
so we have EXO winning, obviously winning out completely, 7-0, only dropping 5 matches against 7 teams, which is pretty ridiculous. We've got Atlantis Elite in second place, going 5-2. X-Ray White in third place, 4-3, and Voltage Prospect sneaking in there with a 3-4 record. Guys, is there any chance Voltage Prospect could knock out EXO in the first round?
Okay. All right. So I'm the one that called that they were going to end up making playoffs, right? I mean, I stuck with them the entire time. I'm going to continue. They're going to knock him off. They're going to knock him off. They're going to knock him off. EXO, they're coming for your ass.
They're gonna have upset of the season. J Nick is predicting it now. Voltage Prospect over EXO. You think it'll be close? 3-2, 3-2 spread. Thinking a clean sweep.
Oh, if it does happen, it's going to be a game 5.
You think so?
Yeah.
Uses, what are your thoughts on this?
You muted?
Key is first.
Oh,
Second.
sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Key.
Yeah, he goes with his hot takes. I'm gonna go with the safe bet and just go, classic EXO. I think the big difference between Div 3 is that we don't have white dragons with an overhyped ego by the guy right next to me. I think, he just hypes everyone up, gives them a huge ego. I mean, it kind of happened to us. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll talk about that later. But I'm just gonna go with the safe bet and go with EXO. He boosted our ego. We'll talk about it later.
Tripping.
Not yours. Not yours.
I boosted our egos?
No, not you.
He's talking about me, but I'm not next to you, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was me. I thought it was me. I'm next to you.
I mean, either way, we're gonna talk about EXO because EXO's got 2 top 3 players in Div 3. And one of those includes number 1, obviously, Firework, best player in Div 3, honestly. But I just don't think it's Div 3 playoffs are kind of Mickey playoffs just because I don't think it's even close. Like, it's the same thing that happened last season with White Dragon. It's just EXO's up here, and all the other teams are like not close. They're not on the same level. It's not even like it's just too free for them, But if something does happen to the point that they lose and they don't win playoffs, I will be even more surprised by the fact that SG didn't make playoffs. But I seriously, I don't think there's any chance at all that EXO loses at all.
I agree. Yeah, Aether and Arya are a force to be reckoned with, which is even funnier that they did get split up in the draft. So we will see the Aether versus Arya showdown at some point. Okay, assuming he didn't get picked up by Swift, which I don't know. It was not Swift, so he got lucky there. That team is disqualified before they even start. Well, our second matchup. All right, what's your question?
Hold on, shut up.
I'm sorry. I just
do you think
what?
Damn. Do you think that Firework and Aether could 2v3 some of the teams in Div 3? Dead serious.
Yeah.
Some of them. I bet you they could.
Bottom of the line teams like Blossom.
Well, their issue would be is that their chemistry together is really well, but it will leave them with an exposed back. So if because they are known for taking a lot of shots. And so most of them are successful, but the ones that don't bounce off the back wall and it just leaves them completely exposed.
Okay, let me throw this in though. Whenever you have two people on the field instead of 3, your mind automatically switches. Like something in your brain switches, right? They're not going to be playing like how they would be in a 3v3. They see 3 people on the field on the opposing team, but they know that there's only 2. So something in their mind switches, and I think they could do it. I mean, they're going to be solo plays for them. They have really good solo plays. I mean, I think they can do it.
If they're able to make that transition, I think, you're probably right. Probably like the bottom half would be a good game, good matchup for them. Well, now we will have a repeat of last weekend, which was Atlantis Elite versus X-Ray White. Now, Atlantis Elite did win 3-2 over X-Ray White. Do you guys think that the second time around might have a different ending to it?
I do. Yeah. I think it was a very close series, I think. To like when it comes to competition level, they're very close two teams. I think X-Ray is going to pull this one. I mean playing a team back to back sucks. Like it's not fun. Mostly because you're trying to switch stuff, but then you might be screwing yourself over by trying to change too much. But I do think X-Ray White will be able to make the adjustments and come back during playoffs and beat them.
I don't know much about X-Ray, I'm going to be honest with you. I know a lot about their Div 2, but their Div 3, I don't know if they're easily as adjustable as their Div 2. Their Div 2, they were switching something. They were switching players every time they scrimmed us, so I'm assuming Div 3 is run the same. I haven't got the privilege of watching one of the games, but I'm going to assume from their Div 2 players coaching them and talking to them and watching the adjustments, I think they can adjust a lot faster. So I'm going to go with X-Ray White.
To be honest, I watched that entire series between X-Ray White and Atlantis. And honestly, the first 2 games that X-Ray White won, it honestly, like, nothing in X-Ray White. They're actually a really good team for Div 3 wise. But honestly, it just looked like Atlantis was trolling on purpose. Like, I think Atlantis also has that kind of duo with Lil Brando and Hunter. I think they got a duo, and I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as EXO's, but honestly, I just think they were trolling, and then they reverse swept 3 games in a row. Like, you're going into that match knowing that you just got, 3 matches in a row you lost. Like, I don't know, it's kind of tough. I think Atlantis A doesn't sweep, maybe like a 3-1. I think Atlantis A probably maybe trolls again, but I just again, it's one of those matches where in Div 3, like, you have levels of teams, and I think that Atlantis A is on a different level the next race.
It's respectable. Well, moving up to well, I guess who here doesn't have EXO taking the Division 3 playoffs? Just Jay Nick. Just Jay.
Okay.
You got Voltage Prospect coming back from the bottom of the barrel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Sorry, do you want my
Fair
actual
enough.
pick? You want my actual pick? EXO beats him.
EXO beats him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
EXO's taking it no matter what. Whoever wins doesn't matter. EXO's taking everything.
Well,
I mean,
then
we'll see. I mean,
They are.
they are top of Div 3 instantly. People have bad days, and Atlantis Elite is good enough to beat them on a bad day.
But
I
I
don't think
think
so.
that EXO's bad day is a lot better than Atlantis A's good day, to be honest. And knowing Atlantis A, all 3 of their players will not have a great day at the same time.
No.
All right.
EXO's bad day is shots not falling, but they still keep pressure. Atlantis
Exactly.
are really awful about keeping pressure. They
Okay.
bang the ball down the field and they just lose it. They give possession. I mean,
I mean,
I don't think so.
yeah. I just think it's free. I think it's free for EXO, to be honest with you.
It is very.
All right.
If they lose, what do you want? I'll buy
Yeah.
you a titanium white octane if they lose.
But there's just no way. There's no
That's
universe
how
that
much
I don't
hope I
pick
have.
EXO here. It's the same thing with White Dragon last season. There's no universe that I will not pick EXO in this matchup.
That's true.
Okay.
all right. Well, moving into Div 2, we have 3 6-1 teams, which all lost to different teams. And Redout, which slid in there with a 3-4 record. Voltage Esports will be taking on Redout in the first round. What do you guys think about that?
Voltage
Young
I
usually
Jane?
love
claps.
I love the Redout boys, but I mean, come on now. You're playing Tom, Philly, and Tay. Like, I mean, I just don't think they have the manpower. I love Rev. I love Combat. I think they're very good players. I don't think they have the manpower and the team chemistry enough to be able to knock off Voltage. So I'm gonna take Voltage. I think they might get a game off them. Might. But for me to say that it would happen is very unlikely. I'll say Voltage 3-0.
I don't even know Red Out's starting roster. I feel like they've been switching. They said they had a starting roster and it just never came through. I know Tooney's only played maybe 4 games out of the whole season. I mean, it's just they can't figure it out, and I feel like they have no TChem. I love them individually. Combat's a very solid player all around. I mean, same thing with Rev. I've seen Rev do some crazy things, but even if Voltage has another bad day like they did with Black Rose, which was a huge upset to me, but even if they have another bad day, there's no way I don't think Red Out can pull it out.
He kind of said, I don't know what Red Out's starting roster is. They don't scrim. They asked to scrim us tomorrow, as in Blackout, which I honestly, personally, don't think is the best idea in the world. But whatever they want to do, I guess. But I just I don't see it happening. It's the same thing with EXO in this matchup. It's the same thing with EXO in Div 3. I think that Voltage Prospect's too strong. They have Chem. They all played together pretty much every single match that they played this season. And, they've had bad days, they've had good days, they know how to learn from it. I think it's just free, to be honest. I think it's 3-0 sweep.
All right. Well, the second matchup for the Division 2 playoffs will be Shade versus Black Rose. Now, Black Rose did take their only loss of the season from Shade. Do the Shade boys think they can do that again?
I think Key and Janik should be able to talk for this. I think they should let me speak for them.
I'm gonna say something because you did this last time and we ended up getting swept by Red Out last season. So whenever I was on Hydra B,
You're right.
you wouldn't let me talk during Unscripted.
Fine.
All right.
Talk.
All right, so I continuously talk shit to Jesse, right?
Always.
24/7, always.
It's like a game. At this point.
And at this, he just continues to say, "You haven't played Black Rose starting roster. You haven't played Black Rose starting roster." There's Jesse's bad, right? But there's not on that team. I don't think there's going to be anyone much better than Jesse when it comes to that 3 spot, right? Their 1 and 2 is really good. I will say, like Ryder and I can't remember the other guy, but they're both really good. But they don't have Team Kim either. I mean, we haven't really got to play with her much, but I mean, we have that Team Kim still, though. So honestly, I think if we don't take this in a sweep, I think we take it 3-1.
I would think the same thing. I mean, Black Rose, like J-Nick said, I mean, they're very good individually, but they have 0 team chem. And even if we're not playing with him, we still, we're still sitting in a call with him while he's playing ranked or while we're playing ranked. I mean, we're always sitting there, we're always running private matches, and we just know each other really well. We know what balls that each other are going to go for. You know what I mean? So we just know. Don't look at me like that. We just know each other really well, in my opinion. And no matter what happens, even if we have a bad day, I think we know how to adjust well enough now that we're deep enough in the season. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll take it. Not, I wouldn't say, yeah, I'm gonna say easy. I think 3 sweep.
Damn.
This Toonie guy said, Key, I wasn't looking at you weird. This Toonie guy said Black Rose sweep, which let me talk about for a second, okay? Individually, sure, they're GC1s. Individually, they're GC1s. Sure, fine, whatever. You can count them as that. That's fine. I don't care. But whenever you talk about as a team, who are they? I mean, what? They beat Voltage on a day that they were peaking, and Voltage wasn't playing well. Like, you can't say that Black Rose, in my opinion, you can't say Black Rose deserves to be where they are. They haven't shown it. To me, in my personal opinion, they haven't shown anything. I still think that they're a mid-team, to be honest. I think they're on the same level as Sling Gang Academy, which I know the results don't show the same. Obviously, Sling Gang Academy didn't make playoffs at all, but I think it's all hype, to be honest. Shade is actually we're gonna practice. All right, Jesse, you're 6-1 because all the other teams are terrible, and Voltage had a bad day. All right, just chill out. Like you're not. You can relax. Anyways, but I think if Shade, gets rolling, we get scrims and we get coaching, whatever we need to do, I don't think it'll be close. I think Black Rose is a Mickey team, kind of like Overland and Div 1, kind of just there to be there, not really that great. So, I'm gonna go Shade. I'm confident in the boys. That we're all friends. They're not friends at all. I think it's at least at the bare minimum 3-1.
Yeah, I fucking hate my teammates. They're awful. You know how many times I've tried to replace J-Nick in the past week?
Honestly,
3.
so facts. I've been getting DMs all week about you.
About J-Nick or about me?
About J-Nick.
He threw his headset.
Oh gosh. Well,
but now we're up
move
for the
on
real
up.
discussion. We're up for the real
moving on
discussion.
up to the Division 1.
No, you're
League
tripping. We haven't
table.
predicted the final for Div 2, but okay.
We don't know.
What do you mean? We
It's,
did this last season.
What do you think? You think it's going to be a Voltage Shade rematch? Is that what you're telling me?
Bro, what else would it be?
It has to. It has to.
It could be Black Rose Voltage rematch.
No.
Yeah, and Swift could rejoin the league.
Oh no, it could under a different owner. I mean, we clearly saw today how great of a manager Red is.
I'm a free agent next season.
All right, so who do you think takes it, Voltage or Shade? Do you think you guys can come back from that disappointing loss earlier in the season?
J-Nick, Key, all you guys.
All right. Oh, shit. All right. Okay, everybody knows it's going to be a good match. I mean, if you ask me, Voltage and Shade up here, very close. You could probably interchange them depending on the day. You have Black Rose about right here, and then you have the rest of the fucking league. Like, I mean, it's really just going to come down to who's having the better day. I mean, there's not really a way to. It's a game 7, yeah. It's best of 7, yeah. I mean, it's going to be really hard to take somebody. Like, both of our teams are very good, and we've displayed it. But I mean, I'm gonna get some biased here. I'm gonna take Shade. You know, game 7 for sure, though. In my opinion, it's gonna be an easy game 7.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, going off what J-Nick said, it has to be game 7. If it's not, I mean, it's rigged. I mean, someone just gets a
Chalked.
blowout. Yeah, it's gonna be awful if we don't get a game 7. But no, it's really gonna come down to who's the better strategist. You know, I mean, we have our coach. Sometimes he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. I mean, sometimes he gives good advice. Sometimes he says, sometimes he calls us idiots. You know, he berates us. You know, he thinks we're awful. So it just depends on what kind of day he's having, what kind of day mentally we're having. And I mean, the same thing with Voltage. I just saw him in Black Rose. I mean, I talked to a few of them afterwards. I mean, the mentality wasn't that great, so that's why I'm chalking it up to an accidental loss by them. But overall, I think it's. I mean, every game, whenever we played earlier in the season, we were adjusting every single round. And I mean, we talked to them about that afterwards. I mean, after every single game, we were all making changes to our own game plans. So I think it'll ultimately come down to who can adjust better. So we're gonna really work on that in our scrims. So I think, I mean, I have to take bias. I have to take my own team. If I don't, I just look like a loser.
Yeah.
You know, this is tough because both of these teams are probably 6 of the top 8 in the entire league. You know, it's really tough to say. I got strategies that I got lined up for Voltage, and I'm sure they have the same against us. But I think just because of like friendship wise, and if we bring energy, I think it's over. If we got energy in that VC, I really don't think anybody can compete with that. We got 3 people plus me who have energy, you know, no matter what. And, you know, whatever happens, whatever the outcome is, I'll be fine with it because Voltage is a very good team and they're on the same level, like Janik said. Great team, but, you know, I believe in the boys. And I think no matter what, at bare minimum, again, this game goes to, or I'm sorry, this match goes to game 6, maybe 7. You know, but again, like they said, it depends on the day. Because some days they beat us, other days we beat them. So we'll have to see.
I wish we had a Voltage person in here because this is so fucking biased.
I know it does kind of sound
like
sad,
I feel
but
bad. I feel bad.
I don't know.
T2, say
I
Voltage
think
will win.
I think they'd agree with most of our points, just besides the fact that we said.
I
Shade.
mean, well, especially Philly. Philly's a very
exactly.
logical thinker. Thinker.
Thinkhole.
The EU guy is not. We keep him out of the conversation.
Yeah. I mean, he's
the guy just speaks. This guy speaks out of his ass. But I mean, Tom is the carry. Yeah, Tom is the carry. I'm talking about his points, his thoughts.
I don't know.
But
I think Tom is definitely the best player in Div 2, but I don't know if he's a carry. I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say carry.
Very solid as well.
I wouldn't say carry. But
you know, it just depends on the week that we have, to be honest with you. I'm not going to say anything more than that. It just depends on the week that we have.
Yeah.
All right, T2. It's time
right.
for the big boys. The big boys.
Time for the big boys. The Big Boys League 1. We have Iris coming in first with 5-2 record with 1 match won over Blackout, who also had a 5-2 record, followed by Overland, also with a 5-2 record, coming in third with a 16 matches won, followed by Slangang with a 5-2 record with only 15 matches won. I mean, based upon the win-loss ratio, it looks like a very close first place. I think this is the first time it has happened in Slip's history where all 4 teams have came in tied for first with 5-2 records. But due to the matches won, we will see Iris versus Slang Gang in the first matchup. Now, guys, how do you feel about this? Iris has looked good all season, other than like the rest of them, those 2 losses. What are we thinking here with this, guys?
I mean, I want to
They
bring up
did
a point.
3 and
Like
0 Slinging.
one of our first unscripted of this season, we made a prediction that the 4 teams were going to be in playoffs. Or what
True.
are you what are you what are you pointing at? Like,
We predicted the top 3, and my top 3 is still the same. It's all happened.
no, I am saying we did a top 4 like preseason before any matches were ever played, and I'm pretty sure we said Blackout was going to be number 1. We said Slang was going to be 2.
Because we scrimmed Iris before season started, so we knew that they were really good.
So okay, Blackout, Iris. Didn't we have Phoenix?
4. I had Slang Gang 3, Phoenix 4.
Okay,
I had Hydra 4 actually.
I was about to
Phoenix,
say. I think we went 2 for 4.
I think
Yeah,
I put
Overland
Slang Gang top
definitely.
4. I put Slang Gang top 4 for sure.
Overland kind
Well,
of slid in there on accident.
either way, Irish Slang Game. I mean, like you said, these teams are all very evenly matched when it comes down to games and matches. But I mean, Irish and Slang, that's a good matchup, right? I think I don't know. I watched Sling play Blackout, and they looked all right. They looked good. Blackout did not look great during that matchup. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I got Iris taking this 3-2 because either way you go here, either team can win this. Slang's a very depending on the day Slang's having, they could take it with ease. Honestly, same with Iris. I mean, and if they're both having good days, it's going to be a pretty even matchup. So I'm going to say both teams are going to come out playing really well, and I'm going to do 3-2, and I think I'm going to go Iris.
I'm gonna swing the opposite way and go 3-2 in favor of Slang. I mean, from what I've seen, I don't know much about Iris Camp or whatever they have going on at Stargazer, but Slang, I mean, it's like a family over there. You know, the bond they have is unmatched. I think they know each other really well. Someone falls down, they pick them right back up. I mean, just from what I've seen, they're like a lot closer meaning than even us. You know what I mean? Like they're like really well together, and I really think they'll show up, especially Cyber. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a carry, but I think he fits really well into that team. And I think it's just going to be the perfect matchup. Yeah, but I still favor Slang over Iris.
Teams are some of my guys. I think they're both really good. You know, number 2s and 3s in the league. I think Overland's a Mickey team shouldn't even play playoffs. But either way, this is tough. It really is. I mean, both of these teams, you know, they're on the same level. To be honest, this is the matchup of the season. This is the 2 most most competitive teams playing against each other in the first round of playoffs. You know, I don't even know I don't even know who to go for. I think this match is going to be so close. It literally is the same thing with Shade Voltage. It depends on the day. I think both teams have their star player. For Iris, you got DWC. For Slang Gang, you got Cyber. Now, I don't know who Slang Gang's going to play, but either way, they got Deech and Phil to fill that Unix role. And then for T-Man, the solid third man, you got Smith. I mean, it's all the same. It's literally like the same strategy going against head-to-head. Whoever plays it better is going to win, obviously. But, you know, it's really tough. It really is. I think I do got to get it out to Slang Gang. I think Slang Gang is on an uphill. Iris hasn't really played anybody recently. I don't know much about them either because they don't talk anymore. I talk to Slang Gang pretty much every single week, so I know what's going on there. And I think if Slang Gang puts in the work, they give them a shot, and they win.
All right. Well, for our second matchup, we do
Mm-mm.
have
Skip to the finals. We're not even gonna.
No,
Blackout
talk
I
about it, talk
have
about it,
words
talk
to
about
say.
it.
I have words to say.
Talk
we have
about
We
it.
don't know the
Overland
outcome.
versus a Vusies Blackout.
Okay.
They
Okay.
did
I'm
sweep while
cutting you off.
Vusies was
I'm cutting
on
you
the
off.
map.
I'm cutting
How
you
dare
off.
you? For what?
So, Vusies, you said we all know the outcome. They swept you all.
That's because it was me, CBK, and Jay. We all know that. All of us know that. Who doesn't know that?
Oh, well, here's my thing. I think their playoff stand is Mickey. I don't think they should have been in it at all. Period. But they did beat you either way, whether it's Mickey or not. They did beat you. So I don't know why you think you're gonna walk in here and
I'm
think
not
that it's gonna
playing.
be
That's
easy.
why. That's why.
I mean, either
like
way,
us,
I was
that's
still
No,
gonna
no, no,
take
no, no.
Blackout. Either way, I was still gonna take Blackout. But here's my thing. The cogginess from you just doesn't add up for me.
It's my team.
Okay, you got swept.
No, but I know. I played them, so I know. Kappa, Comet, and Jacobs are not losing to Overland. They're not. Not in any day. They could have to be. Overland could have the best day that they ever will have, and we could have the worst day, and they'd still whoop. It'd be 3-0. We don't even have to talk about it. We really don't.
All right.
I mean, I agree to a point. I think Kappa's crazy. I'm so glad he's in instead of Zach, honestly. I think that's the best sub they could have made. I mean, I don't know,
I
man.
was
Easily,
starting.
easily.
I didn't get taken out. I was a sub.
Whatever. I'm just glad they are already planning on taking you out for this game. I still think Blackout as well, but I mean, like Jay Nick said, you got to give them respect. They did sweep you. I mean, that's like us talking shit to Black Rosen if they swept us. You know, it's just kind of hurts in the chest, but Blackout will win, in my opinion. But I do think they'll throw a game, so I'm going to take 3-1. I think so.
Played
Well,
them, and
based on
really,
your based on
Shut
your
up, Stu.
predictions, then we will see a Iris
hold
Blackout
on, relax.
final. What?
Now
You
you
said
want
you
to talk
didn't even
about
want to
it?
talk about it.
Now you want to talk about it?
What is
Because
going on?
they're going at points. I got to defend my points. Literally
guess,
playing
sure.
against them was like playing one SSL, and the other two were like it was like playing CBK and U2. That's literally how it felt. We just literally had the worst day possible. And for Kappa, Comet, and Jay, it's a 3-0 any day of the week. They have one good player. The other two are just eh.
Who they
Okay,
play again?
but here's my okay. I want to bring up
Shaky?
another point.
No, so who they play again? I know they had a Michi, but who are the other two on Overland that played that day?
I don't even. I honestly I don't even know.
Was
All I
that
know is
bad for you?
Michi. I don't even know. His name's Kevin Perez. He's the good one. Whatever one that is. I think it's Michi.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Okay,
No, that's fine.
okay. I'm gonna bring up another point, right? Kappa, Jay, Commit. All three, very good players. Never talk bad about them, right? Here's my thing. Kappa hasn't played in a Slips League match in how long?
Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's
He's been playing
called.
college.
CRL every week.
Yeah, he's been
Okay,
playing, he's been
okay.
playing high level.
I'm not saying. I'm saying with.
He's not talking about hours. He's talking about chemistry.
I'm talking about
Mhm.
chemistry right now. Those three haven't played together. Jay and Comet, obviously, but
Well, actually, right now,
adding Kappa is a very rogue element to me. I
Yeah.
think he plays a very specific way that makes it a rogue element for chemistry to be a little, you know.
His comms
I
are
think-
unmatched though. His comms.
I think Kappa is the most adaptive player in the entirety of Slips. Like it's not even close. His comms are dead near perfect. He's able to rotate around anybody. I mean, he makes that team work. That's why. That's why he's starting now. And to be honest, I think Comet is a very solid third. I mean, Jay obviously is going to play third man, but Comet is very good at, creating opportunities and passes and solo plays. I don't know. It's just not competition. And Kappa and Comet are playing together on M22 right now. So they have chem. And Jay is probably the easiest person in the entire league to make chem with because you know what he's going to do because you've heard of him. You've known him for how long? You've played with him. Like you know what he's going to do. It's free.
All right. Well, if things go as we predicted, we will see a rematch of Iris versus Blackout. Now, Blackout
It was
did
Slang.
take them in. Oh yeah, I guess Slang Blackout. I do believe Blackout did win that game. Yeah,
Did
no,
what?
Blackout lost to Slang Gang 2-3.
Got reversed.
Got reverse swept. Do we think Blackout can pull it off? Think the trio will be able to hold up, or is Slang Gang, the fam, gonna hold it together better and just be built differently?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about the Blackout slaying during the regular season was the fact that no matter what they did, Blackout could not finish a game. They would be up in every game early, and they wouldn't be able to finish. I think they're a little bit more comfortable, and I think they'll be able to finish it. They had this chance at the sweep and wasn't able to pull it off. Ended up getting reversed, but considering that this new roster is better than the old, I will say that I do think Blackout takes it 3-1.
Yeah, I think Cap is the deciding factor, honestly. Like, I hate
Or
boosting Kappa's
sorry,
ego.
4-2. Forgot best 7.
But as I was saying, I think Cap is the deciding factor. I hate boosting his ego. He's annoying. But he's a great player. He truly is. And like Zach was saying, I mean, he's a very adaptable player. I mean, just from what I've seen, and his comms spot on. I mean, it's a joy just to sit in a VC with him while he's playing, at really high levels and just listening to a comm. And it's crazy. And I really think he's probably easily top 3 Div 1 easily. I think he's going to be the reason Blackout takes playoffs, honestly. So I'm going to take Blackout easily.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to go Blackout. I think Slinging is an incredible team. I just think that our team is better, obviously. But either way, I think that Kappa, as you were talking about him, I think he is probably the best player in the league at adaptability. I would say he can play with anybody at any time, no matter what. I mean, he might have complaints, and we've talked about some complaints about people, but I mean, he is really good at doing what he does and doing his job and always being consistent. He's a very good player, obviously. Um, you know, again, his ego is going to get boosted because I saw him in chat earlier, so he's probably going to be, being like, "Oh my god, you guys think I'm so good!" But like, and then I mean, it's just Kappa and Jacobs is like a duo that just shouldn't be possible. I mean, I think Kappa again, like I said, Kappa the most adaptable, Jacobs the easiest to play with. Like, it's honestly just a duo that it's like a dream come true. Obviously we know what Slinging is going to try to do because you have to against us, you have to do something about Jay because if you let him stay by himself and be focused the entire game, you're going to get screwed. So they know they're going to try to get in his head, try to mess him up. Something's going to happen. So I mean, I think we kind of have a game plan, a basis to go off of. So that's a different topic for another time. Either team, I just think the Blackout with their new starting roster, everybody focused. I just think it's too free, to be honest. Nothing against Slang Gang, because if I was playing, Slang Gang would whoop us. But again, it's not me. It's my team. So I gotta go with my team.
All right, guys. Now, is there anything you'd like to say to all teams participating in the playoffs before we get on out of here?
Red Sox.
Say good luck to everybody that's playing.
Yeah,
No.
Everybody. Sorry, go ahead.
You always go last, and then now you're just gonna go first. That's cool.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'll go last.
No, you're fine. No, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, good luck to everybody in playoffs, except Voltage and Black Rose. Much love to Voltage. Fuck you, Black Rose. But we need you to play bad to boost my ego for sure. Best of luck to everybody though.
Will be fun. Why are you staring at us like that? Why are you staring?
You gonna finish it off?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
What
want me to
do
finish?
you want to say to the players?
One final
I'm
hot take.
saying.
Yeah, one final comment before the end of playoffs. Before the start of playoffs.
I want to, just say good luck to everybody. I think there's 5 teams, 6 teams, 7 teams that could win these playoffs. I think that most of it's unaccountable. A lot of teams aren't going to be able to get there, and I don't think that they can. But for the teams that can, good luck to you. Prove me wrong. X-Ray, you're still trash. You didn't make playoffs, of course, like I predicted. X-Ray White, good luck. I want to see you guys succeed. I just don't like your Div 2 team. Your Div 2 team sucks. But like I said, good luck to everybody. Kappa, you better not let me down because I would get embarrassed. So, but other than that, yeah.
You good? We good?
Yep.
We're good.
All right, guys. We will have, as a reminder, we will have the All-Star Division 2 and 3 tournaments starting this Sunday, October 9th at 3 p.m. ET. You can watch that at twitch.tv/Slips League Championship. On Monday, we will begin the voting for the Season 5 Community Player Awards. So remember to pick your favorite people in all of Slips. I believe there is like a offensive leader, defensive player of the year, coach of the year, and some other fun ones thrown in there.
Hey, nobody
The,
vote Metros for anything, by the way, real quick.
all right. The divisional playoffs will begin Friday the 14th with Division 3 starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. Division 1 will be prime time on Saturday, also 3 p.m. And Division 2 will be on Sunday, the 16th of October. And I believe we will see you guys after that for the final slips of the season. But if we do not, on the 22nd of October, I believe that is the following Saturday, they will have the community awards ceremony. And as always, for more information into the league, you can visit slips.io. And thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all on Sunday.
See ya.